A certain calculator has only two keys, +1 and ×2. When you press one of the keys, the calculator automatically displays the result. For instance, if the calculator originally displayed 9 and you pressed +1, it would display 10. If you then pressed ×2, it would display 20. Starting with the display 1, what is the fewest number of keystrokes you would need to reach 200? So just looking at this hypothetically, if let's say we start with 1, if we keep multiplying by 2, so 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, you keep multiplying by 2, eventually we get to 128, and we need to reach 200. This times 2 will get us over 200, so you would need to keep adding +1. It's definitely not the fastest way to get to 200. So then what do we do here? So a good way to think about this is, what is the smallest number that we would need to repeatedly multiply by 2 until we get to 200? And you can work backwards. So if you multiply 100 by 2, you get to 200. Well, what do you multiply 2 to get to 100? You multiply 50 by 2 to get to 100. Well, what do you multiply by 2 to get 50? You multiply 25 by 2 to get 50. And then going back, well, you need to multiply 12.5 by 2 to get to 25, but 12.5 wouldn't be an option here. So 25 is that number. If we can just get to 25, find the most efficient way to get to 25, then we just multiply by 2 until we get to 200. So the pattern would look something like this. Once we get to 25, it's going to be 25, 50, 100, 200. And so thinking of the best way to get to 25, again, it wouldn't just be, if we just multiplied by 2, we could have 1 times 2 times 2 is 4, 8, 16. But then if we multiply 16 by 2, we go over, and we'd have to go by it one at a time, 17, 18, 19, all the way to 25. Not the most efficient way. If you play around with this a little, you'd find that the most efficient way is, we just need to get to 3. So you could do +1 +1 to get to 3, and then start multiplying by 2. So 3 times 2 is 6, 6 times 2 is 12, 12 times 2 is 24. We're basically right at 25, just do +1 here. So we did +1 +1 times 2 times 2 times 2, and then just a +1. And then we would continue. It goes 25, 50, 100, 200. So therefore, in this, the number of keystrokes needed to reach 200 is 9, and that is the fewest number of keystrokes. Therefore, answer is choice B.